It's the Vikings and the Eagles coming up next.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison from 17 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. 7 yards, the pickup there. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Time to go to work.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, They zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there out of the running game. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying.
Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That is caught by Thielen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Being chased out left. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins. A 23-yard run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Are you serious?
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins on the move to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Cousins to throw it, rolling to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Cousins on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for Minnesota.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Cousins now Flushed out right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins escaping the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. Final play of the half. Cousins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit halftime with our... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 67 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out to his left. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Cousins. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. They go play action. Cousins steps away. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On play action, Cousins on the move to his left. Open man here is Conklin. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, 22 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. The point after is good. And the lead will swell by one more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. But in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On the handoff, it's Madison. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Cousins will try and throw. He's got it at the 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And quickly finding Rager. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They find some open field here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy.